was fun. I feel revived.
Well, I hope everybody took a little break and did a little shimmy.
You just gotta stand up sometimes. Now, on each toe, I want a thin piece. That music really was called Fluffing a Duck, right?
It was Fluffing a Duck.
Okay, and then I'm going to start on the foot, go around the toe, and return to the foot. And that is important, because that kind of pulls it all together. We're going to do that to each toe. Oh my gosh, so much little stabbing. Start on the foot, go around the toe, return to the foot. Oh, that one slipped right off.
I can see these little feet are kind of a pain.
They're a little bit, yeah. And then you got to hit it with this. Like you really got to, just a lot of stabbing, really, to get it looking like smooth and, you know, not fuzzy and.
So if you're more of a 2, this is why it's not a beginner project.
Yeah. I did not do that one well. This needs to come over that. But, you know what they say, Swax solves a multitude of problems. I think that's the thing, is this like last step creates so much more fuzz. Now you're trying to deal with it all, you know? So I got, my Swax needs to heat up for another couple minutes, but I like to also put a little hock. So I just exaggerate the bend. I'm going to use this same hand mixed color. Try and get a nice sort of 1/4 inch by 3 inch piece. And then do the hock wrap that creates that little joint there. So it's a little crisscross to build up a little triangular joint. And then the fringe, I'm just going to take down to blend in with the butterscotch color. I don't, it's so close in color, I don't mind if it's not, you know, like completely evenly colored. That just gives them a little bit more of a leg shape there. So the Swax gives us the nice little toe tips. I'm not going to do the whole foot. I think you could, you know what I mean? Like to make it look
like really
more,
fleshy or whatever.
More skin-like and less fur-like. But I don't really think it needs it. I think if you can get this, just keep stabbing away at it.
Yeah, you get kind of the lines.
You can get the lines. You can kind of burn. You could burn the fuzz off.
Oh, it's burning.
Yeah.
Always a little scary to take an open flame to your project you've been working on.
Guess what I bought this weekend?
What?
Who would never guess in a million gazillion years, except for that we just talked about burning. I bought a World War I lighter.
Ooh.
I know, it's so cool. It's just like this little, like just that something lasts for 100 years and still works, and just this cool little thing. And I don't smoke or anything, but I just fell in love with it, and I was like, that is just cool.
Antique shop?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to put, this would be good. I'm going to put some Swax on the toe, on the top and the bottom.
I'm going to try to.
Okay.
I have like a lot of head and beak.
I know, it's hard to get everything out of the way. Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah, what do you want?
Will you go in my workspaces Either gnome butter or bunny butter.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I like to have a little bunny butter around, or gnome butter, just to have it on my fingers for making these little toenails nice and shiny. And if you put swax on the tip of the toe here, what is happening? It's like I got a big, big swax booger. No swax. Here we go. Okay, that's better. Then I have that bunny butter on my hands. Just wait a few seconds and then smooth it in. And you can really get a cool looking little toenail.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Now, do you do it on the back one or just the front three?
We just did the rhino. Yeah, you could do it on the back one too.
Oh, the rhino tusk?
Yeah, the rhino tusk. And it's neat. It does, so on the rhino tusk, like it does harden it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like to a good degree. Like that's appropriate for the scale, especially. Yeah, so I didn't put any of the special color on this back toe, but that's okay. I really feel like it blends enough. So I'll do the back toe as well. And then I think I won't do the other foot on camera just because it's...
Same process.
They can rewind, yeah. It's same process, it's just time consuming and fussy. Yeah, there's his little foot. It looks pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, so next foot.
Next foot. We got 2 feet. And now we need lots of fluff. I like to make a little, I think the chicks have this too, a little like fluffy taco to go right around the thighs here. So we'll start there. And then it'll be a lot of shingling. You got your fluffy taco? It does. It's right here. Boop. So I do like to put a little bit of, alright, just lay down. A little bit of core wool into it. So just a little kind of inch of core. And then, oh, my hands are tacky wrappy. So swaxy. And then our pretty fluff on top. And this is just a simple taco. It's just one fold. But we do want to flip it over. Stab the center across. Just stab that a little bit.
Why do ducks never grow up?
I don't know why.
Because they grow down. It took me a while, actually.
That's awesome. I like that. That is a clever joke.
I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean they grow down? It's like, oh, down.
And then your little taco just goes, it makes this little kind of like thigh muscle. I have one like random long piece, which happened to my head as well. It's like, I have a big long piece of hair in a weird place.
Wait, your own head?
Yeah, my own head. I fixed it. So for now, I'm just concentrating at the top. And then once I have more going on here, I'll figure out what to do with that fluff. Oh my gosh.
Your fluff
Fuzz
everywhere. So you're kind of tucking it around that thigh, making sure you don't felt the leg down. Yes.
Yeah. So if we look from here, I mean, I guess you could bring it all the way around. I didn't really, I just kind of, not too worried about the inside. Okay, now, it's a lot of shingling. Here's the way this goes. We start on the butt. And I'm going to take my Duckling Fluff. I'm going to put the end sticking off the butt, just like a 1/2 inch. And then you take a little bit of chick yellow, just a little bit, like you pull a little fuzzy bit. You put it in the same direction. And you felt the center 1/3. So here's 1/3. Here's the 1/3 that I'm felting, and here's the 1/3 that I'm going to fold over. So I felt the center 1/3. And then I fold this over and felt that. And then your next piece of shingle, see, it just sticks off his little butt. Your next piece of shingle covers this fold. So pull that off. When you pull fiber off of a roving, the area that you grab and pull is going to have a more blunt end than the end that gets pulled out of the roving. So I'll show you what I mean. So here's my roving. If I grab it here and pull, this is going to be super wispy. This is going to be more blunt. So I kind of think about that. Just as you do things, you'll notice that. But the blunt end, it's good to start with down, because then your wispy end folds into what's already there. If I started with my wispy end sticking off the tail, it would just be too wispy. Got some vegetable matter in my core wool, which happens. It's part of what we love about wool.
Why'd the coach put the duck in the basketball game?
I don't know why.
To make the foul shot.
Oh, jeez. That's funny. Now, as I get up here, I might do two pieces. So do one kind of heading into this leg. I mean, you could still do one. It just you'll figure it out. It doesn't really matter as long as you're shingling your way up. And the core wool is kind of like the staple, except unlike fur, we're not trying to have it all stick off. We're trying to cover some distance by felting that whole center 1/3 down. Oh man, I think there's like definitely plenty of fluff in this supply pack.
Yeah, you have a lot left.
I'm gonna flip them over and work on the back a little bit. I'm really crunching in there, to get it all felted together. He's like, help me. What do I need here? A little butt support.
What do you see when a duck bends over?
I could tell you and you would be a little horrified. We haven't even gone there yet. What? What do you say?
It's the butt quack.
The butt quack. That's so funny. There's another quack to crack.
Yes.
What kind of drugs do ducks prefer?
That's one of my jokes. Well, why did the duck get arrested, for trying to sell his quack?
So then this fluff will meet up with the under fluff. You always want to take care of your under fluff first. So the back is pretty broad, so I'm going to switch to 2 pieces here. 2 shingles wide.
So are you like down with duck terminology as far as eggs being laid versus how many actually hatch? Are you familiar with those words?
No.
So the total number of eggs laid by one bird during a nesting session, do you know what that's called?
Is that a clutch?
It is a clutch. Look at you. Yes.
I am down with the terminology.
You are. And then do you know what it's called? How many hatchlings or ducklings in a clutch? What is that term?
I don't know.
That is called a brood.
Oh.
Which I'm sure you've heard.
Yeah. Yes. Well, when a chicken's broody, she's sitting on her eggs. But maybe it's the same terminology for chickens as well.
Considering
clutch versus brood.
Considering the female.
So clutch is all of them that are laid. Brood is what? It gets born? What?
Yes, because it may not. I guess they may not all get born.
Right. It was so sad on our farm. We would have all these little ducklings, and then the cats would pick them off.
The cats?
Yeah.
Not even like the fox?
No, just the cats. But then they would like stop, almost like because they're so well fed, I don't know. It's just.
Well, they're like birds. I mean, you see it in Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. So now I'm going to switch back to a center one to really get this. You see it in Tom and Jerry. Which
you
is
do.
So,
the dog goes
so
after
realistic.
the cat. The cat goes after the bird and the mouse.
Oh, my little baby's getting so bent out of shape here. He's like, help! What are you doing to me?
He's doing a little yoga.
Yeah, we're making you cute. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there.
Another interesting fact, hens are the ones that quack. But the drake, it says, has a raspy, muffled call. So if you actually hear a quack, that's the female.
Interesting. The male ducks also were not very nice to the female ducks. Alright, so now I'm really going to go here, and that's going to overlap with the wing, really hold the wing on. It does a lot of things, so I'm going to really come here, working from the side at a little bit of an angle now. Always with your core wool to hold everything on. Just kind of gets worked in there. Fibers go in the same direction.
You can see that really tighten it up or hold it on.
Yeah. And then fold over. Now I got to work under here. I need a piece, right? So you're gonna work your way butt forward to cover this entire little guy here.
Always gets a little confusing where the parts meet. What to do. Like your top shingle.
The parts meet. Yeah, that's your top shingle.
Because you don't want the distinct line.
No, it's not confusing.
Well, for some of us it is.
So under the wing, it doesn't matter.
No,
because
yes.
that's going to be,
Yes.
just tucked up under the wing. But, okay, your most top shingle.
Yes.
We're going to address that. Because that's going to be on the neck. Shingle, shingle, shingle. It is so fun.
Not many more duck proverbs, by the way.
That was good. Thank you for.
There are some good ones,
Thank you
but
for including that
we're about through them.
on the fly, so to speak.
Look at you.
I know. No Google needed.
Which side of the duck has the nicest feathers?
Is this a joke?
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
The nicest ones.
Yeah, which side?
I don't know.
The outside. As opposed to the inside, which has no feathers. That's why it's kind of stupid, but yeah.
No, it's good.
It's
Good.
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, it didn't make me laugh, but that's just because I'm not that smart.
You can really work duck and quack and crack. I mean, you can work that into a lot of areas.
Yes, you could feed quackers. You could feed duck quackers.
What do you get when you put 6 ducks in a box?
Quackers.
Yeah, a box of quackers.
Box of quackers. Oh, look at your little bald belly, baby. That's so sad. I'm gonna help you with that. Duckling Fluff. I can't get enough.
If you don't talk to your critters and sing, that's
It's
part of
so
why.
pretty.
Yeah, that's part of why your things aren't as cute as Sarah's.
Covers up what I did shitty.
You need to sing. You need to talk to it.
I'm just trying to fill the void of the shingling, of the constant stabbing. Getting a little hasty. You know, I could go under here again, but I want to blend away this edge, so I'm going over. That is my decision-making process.
What do ducks like to watch on TV? Did I already ask this one?
Did you?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Documentaries.
Oh.
So much stabbing.
It is. This is a little bit of work.
But you make a lot of
Working the
progress
fluff.
just working the fluff.
I want that music on while we duck fluff music. Could have done a little waddle dance.
Could really do a whole thing with that.
Okay, here's your top that you were mentioning.
Yes. What do you do?
So you have this topness. I think I do. I think I do one more here and here.
Okay.
And then I'll show you what do you do. Just see, because if I stretch his little neck out, there's actually still quite a bit of space there.
His head's a little bit on the chopping block right now. It's a little.
I know, it's a little creepy.
He's looking a little sad.
Well, he's getting stabbed repetitively as well. And contorted.
Yeah. This is why there's the stab it to life.
Yeah.
It really is a thing.
What we're going to do is blend fluff and core
Okay.
together. Because this really is so fluffy that you can't just, I mean, you could felt with it, but it will do, I think I'm going to do two here,
more?
yeah, just to get this as good as possible. Or at least in the realm of filming land. But I really do want to keep the neck skinny, so I'm just letting it we'll end it there and stab all this in a good bit. So funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, little guy.
Well, now we will have a new video to show shingling, because
Yeah,
this is
a lot of shingling. And I'm sorry, I have to lean in a little. Hopefully I'm not.
You're in it a little.
Okay. Oh, baby. I'll fix you. Don't worry.
His feet.
No. Oh my gosh. It's a mess. Okay. You're thinking about now, what? We're going to mix together core and fluff, and then it just goes boop, boop, boop. It goes on the head, like it kind of is the grand, smoother outer. So I'm going to take some duckling fluff. You're right, I probably should split this in half. You're so wise. Because then I would know that it was definitely
good.
enough for, yeah.
I mean, there's definitely enough, but
I think so too. And then I'm going to restack. I'm going to add a little more fluff. I need a little more shine in there. Alright, so now we have this fluffy blend, which is also equally beautiful. And you're going to put that over this fold. And just filter on in there. Up into the cheek. Onto the back. Make sure you don't constrict any joint movement here. I don't know what I just did here. So I just keep them nice and stretched out and make sure I'm not constricting him or her. How do you tell a female duckling from a male duckling?
I don't know.
Me neither. Right there. Okay, and then we want to put a little bit on each side of the face, a little bit of this blend.
I mean, between male and female grown ducks is pretty obvious as far as the voice and the
Yeah.
feathers and the bill color, size.
And the corkscrew penis.
Oh, that's what you see under there?
Yes, that's what you see.
Place the duck on his back on a table.
Is that what it says for checking a duckling?
Yep.
Aww. He's like, just leave me alone. I identify as female.
Yeah, that's not really a process they should be teaching on the internet.
Sorry, I asked.
You might want to check that out right there. It's one of our favorite things. Yeah.
Okay. We need to get back to what
Should
we're doing.
Should we?
Yes.
Look how cute.
Is it? What we're doing is now turning this blob of fluff into a finished piece. And there's a couple things we have to do. One is take this fluff. It's too random. It's not this long, all this fluff. So you need to trim it. You need to trim all these I know, all these super long pieces. So I just go through, see then it starts to look more
like feathers.
Yeah. So I just go through and pull it out kind of like this. Now you are going to take your time. I'm filming and trying to do things in an expedited manner. But this also, so like that's a little bit. I'm gonna take this down here. I might even put another one in there. Let's put another one in there. That's bugging me. I went too far. I don't know. It just needs. That's just kind of a big gap there.
Looks a little bit like my dog with
Yeah. A skin problem.
with his Cushing's disease, skin problems, missing patches.
There we go.
So when you cut it, it really looks feathery.
Yeah. So that's too long. Mm-hmm. So I need to get rid of that. It'll look more like feathers and less like fur.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives it, you can see the shape again, because the shape of the duckling gets a little bit lost when it's all, super fuzzy. Then if you have parts that look too chopped, wait a minute, I got to get up here. Put your little head down. Over here. Yeah, that's a little crazy. That's a little crazy, buddy. I'll help you. Go over here. Oh, jeez. Nobody to blame but myself now. Okay. So he gets his shape back a little bit. Like you want to accentuate that little hump back. Mm-hmm. And then if it looks too chopped, like right there, you can either just brush it out a little bit, or if you have any hair cutting skills, you kind of lift it up again, cut it like almost like you're layering it so that it is a little more blended looking. Oh, the other thing that's fun to use is those scissors that take out just half of it.
Oh, thinning shears.
Yeah, thinning shears. So just have fun with it. Anything that you chop that you're like, eee, you can put back. I'm going to put a piece here. I didn't realize how much gap there was there, so I'm going to put a piece there. But let's finish up the face. There's a lot of different ways to finish around the eyes. I would look at pictures and see some of them, their eyes kind of pop out, some of them they're sunk in. It's really up to you. They do get kind of a little rim or lid going around. So if you can use what's already there to do that, just by using your needles, I would just do that instead of trying to add more shapes. They definitely need a little bit of white in the eye, for which I am just using the off-white.
Totally white that came in the pack though.
What's that?
There's a white in your
Oh, I did put, why do we have all this? Wow. That's fun. You could blend that into the wingtips if you just wanted to get a little bit of difference. But yes, that's the Sarafina White. So this eye got a little too sunk. So I'm going to just make another one and put it on top. Bring it back out a little bit. There you go, buddy. And then they have the two little nose dents, two little nostrils, like right towards the top of the bill. So just really small little speck of black. And if you just stab it in the same place, it'll go in as a little hole.
What are those things called?
Nostrils?
Those are nostrils? On the top?
They're nostrils. Yeah. That's why he breathes. What?
It's funny. Oh. They're located near the head end of their bill so they can find food in the water without having to hold their breath.
Yeah, just stick their little face down in there. And then using the butterscotch and or pumpkin and or a blend like we made, you can just do a little accentuation of some stuff around the face. I think I did a little eye rim. I did around the edges of the, what did I do on him? Yeah, he just had a little color change here. This whole part I don't feel like I got quite as well on this duck. Okay, so I'm gonna mix some colors together. Oh wait, I still have some of that from my other project here. So with this, I can just go kind of into this. Just makes it look a little more finished. And you can really get the bill shape by using this to define the shape.
Just in case anyone has a clogged duck nostril, there's help out on Google.
Oh yeah?
Help in the internet for unclogging your duck's nostril.
Aww.
Didn't know it was a thing.
Oh baby. I could roll a little bit of my fluffy core blend and see if I can make a better little kind of eyelid. So I gave it a rolled edge, and then I'm trying to stab the rolled edge into a little like lid type shape.
He looks sleepy now.
He's like, oh, he does look sleepy. Let me do it on the top too and see what happens. He's probably gonna look angry. So it's kind of like making a double-decker taco, except I'm just doing it in my hand. I'm just folding that over and then folding that over again. I could stab it a little bit. Baby, don't be tired. There's a whole world out there. Springtime.
Yeah, a world with cats, apparently.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I like him having a little rim to his eye. And I think this eye needs to got a little sunk in too. So I might build the other one out even more as well. That's better. Alright, so now he has a little rim around his eye. I could put our little darker color, in here. Or not, maybe the crease is enough. They do, a lot of them in the pictures have a little like, kind of coloration right here, like. And then with our super bright white, we're gonna make a tiny eye dot. Because that always makes them look alive. Aliver.
He's looking pretty tasty to me.
Looking tasty? I feel like he needs a bit of just kind of shaping around here. That's a little bulgy, so I'm gonna stab that in pretty well. Like I like the amount of wool that's there, but like same here, I just want to stab this in. And then I'm gonna do the rims on, it's always harder for me to go this side, especially on camera. The rims on this side of the eye. Alright, I'm going to spend a minute fixing them up. And then we'll show where we are with it. So we did it. Come a little closer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes, this is my little guy I just made. He needs a little bit of work.
He's great.
But we busted this tutorial out in one day, so I'm getting a little fried and I need to be fresh to tweak him. But yeah, I just trimmed his fur a little bit, worked on around his eyes a little bit, and I have not swaxed the whole beak yet. I don't know if anybody wants to try it, but I kind of like just leaving it, the beak and the rest of the web feet the way they are. So we hope you enjoyed the tutorial and the supply pack, which is plentiful, and I did too much. We did a lot in one day. So now it's time to say goodbye, and I'm like,
It's great.
Okay, well thank you for felting with us. And please share your projects on our Facebook group called Sarafina Felting Fanfare, because I want to see millions of ducklings take over the world, spreading joy and light yellow fluff.
Yes, from broods.
From their broods.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.